Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to the Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. This will be our new home for Warrior football, and soon all of our Warrior athletics throughout the year in 2023. Tonight we come to you live from the campus of Episcopal High School, where your St. Michael Warriors take on their South Baton Rouge rival, the Episcopal Knights. We were just here last Thursday for the Jamboree versus Ascension Catholic. Warriors fell to the Bulldogs 18-16 in the hard class of 2015. Jeff Vaccaro. Jeff, here we are back on top of the press box at Episcopal, man. It seems like we never left.
Yeah, excited to be back, Coach. And, it's going to be a pretty evenly matched team game tonight. We've got Episcopal, who you mentioned we were here last week. We got to watch a good bit of that game against their opponent last week. And I think it's going to be pretty evenly matched matchup here tonight. We kind of talked about it a little pregame. Excited to go through kind of the stats and the pregame agenda today, and excited to be back out here for the regular season. Here we go.
Indeed, Friday Night Lights back in the house for the Warriors. So last week the Warriors, as we said, lost 18-16 to Ascension Catholic, and as we said on the broadcast, the game could not have started any worse for the Warriors. One play and we're down 6-0. I mean, like, one play, 80 yards, boom, they put it in the end zone, but as we both said last week, you said the Warriors came back and did a very impressive job of regrouping and taking the lead. And it was led by the offense and the run game and the offensive line, which is something that we weren't really used to saying. Usually kind of saying, the defense kind of would step up, force some turnovers, but it was really the offense that responded just like they did in the scrimmage and kind of gave us some momentum in that game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The scrimmage and the Jamboree, kind of two games in a row here where the offense has really stepped up and performed, and we kind of looked at each other after that scrimmage and kind of said, okay, that was pretty good showing by the offense. Is that sustainable, or are we going to see that all year long? Last week they came out, had a great performance as well. Great quarterback play out of Centino. We'll get to a little bit of that later. But I think it's consistent. I think the St. Michael offense is legit, and they're going to keep us in some football games this year.
Yeah, I mean, the defense did come back with a solid effort and really made Ascension Catholic earn everything. After that one big play, they really just made Ascension Catholic just kind of drive. I think late in the game, we had kind of an errant punt happen, and so it gave them some really good field position, and they didn't have much distance to have to travel to score that go-ahead touchdown. But, the defense played pretty well. We'll talk about a little bit of a change on defense that you're going to see tonight. But the Warriors, I think, learned a lot about themselves last week, and that's the most important thing is that, going from the scrimmage to the Jamboree, and now that you have week one, learning a little bit about who you are as a football team is really important.
Absolutely it is, and there's a reason that you play that scrimmage and you play that Jamboree before the records start to count, and that's it for exactly that reason. You start to learn yourself, learn your team, you're battle-tested against an opponent that isn't on your team, that's not wearing the same jersey color as you, that you play and practice every week, and so you get an opportunity to make some of those personnel changes and make other changes prior to coming out here and it being the real thing and it counting towards your playoff seeding and stuff like that. So, absolutely, I think the Warriors learned a ton. They're going to come out and make some changes. I know you'll get to that a little bit of that later.
Yeah, so the Warriors last year taking on an Episcopal team who is a very, very familiar opponent. Episcopal won the game last year 34-9. I don't really think it was that big of a disparity in the score. The score looks a little worse than I think it actually was in the game, but it wound up being kind of a non-contest last year. But Episcopal is a team that was a good team. Like, losing to a good team like the Warriors did last year was, no shame in that. 9-1 back in 2022. They went all the way to the quarterfinals and lost to a traditional powerhouse in Notre Dame Crowley. I mean, doing that in Division III is pretty good. That's one of the tougher playoff brackets in the state. They did lose a lot of starters from last year, but they're bringing back a lot of key contributors, and especially a guy who we're going to be saying, I think, his name quite often on offense. They bring back number 4 running back Braylon George, who was a huge factor last year for them. Probably their best player last year. He's going to, again, be their best player this year. Bring back a couple wide receivers, Walker Dozat and Mr. Olin at wide receiver. And then they have 3 senior offensive linemen. They lost a couple senior offensive linemen last year, but they just kind of have those guys just sort of replace them. And so their experience up front. And then on defense, they bring back a lot of of experience with 3 linebackers in Cresson, Ribes, and Finley, and then up front they bring back two of their linemen in number 18 Ethan Ott, and then number 36 JB Sessoms. And one thing that we noted last week while we were sitting here watching Episcopal before the St. Michael game is they have a very unique offense. You don't hardly ever see this where they go from a wing tee, double slot, and then go to spread, but they don't change a lot of personnel, and that's really difficult on a defense to kind of prepare for all that.
Absolutely, it is. Now I think the team from last week is going to have a little bit more problems with that. I think the Warriors coaching staff was here for that game. Now we have game film on that game. We were able to watch tape all week. So I think we're going to be prepared for a little bit of that stuff. But absolutely, I mean, I can totally see how that can really set you back and kind of put you in a weird position when they're able to change formations that drastically without a personnel change and not having to do substitutions. That's huge.
Yeah, and they run a 4-4 defense as well. They're not a huge team. Like you're going to look at this Episcopal team and they kind of look like us in the past a little bit. They're not an overly large team, but they got some guys up front who are just tough guys. They're strong. They've bought into a system here with Coach Travis Bourgeois, I think he's been around here since Jesus was a baby, and so they're out there and they're not going to give in, and they have some linebackers that are going to be allowed to make some plays, and so that's kind of what they rely on defense, and they get the job done. Like it's not anything that's really flashy. They're not going to make big time plays, but it works and they get the job done. Yeah,
just disciplined, tough, heady group that just. They do their job. They come out there. They know where they're supposed to be. They're there when they're supposed to be there. And a great scheme by Coach Travis Bourgeois. So just an all-around solid team, and we kind of talked about it a little bit in pregame. Just a program. He's kind of built a program over here where these kids come in. They know what they're doing. They take care of things on and off the field. Nothing but respect to this Episcopal program.
Yeah, and so with St. Michael tonight, we are going to have a little bit of a kind of a tribute tonight in a way, honoring number 33, Owen Tabor, who tragically died at the end of the school year last year. And we want to just acknowledge that loss of a member of our Warrior family and our Warrior football team. And his parents just courageously stepped up and started a foundation called the Rain Will Bring Flowers Foundation, and they're trying to get as many people to come out and sign up for the National Suicide Prevention Walk, which takes place on October 7th at 9 a.m. at the Pennington Center over there on Perkins. You can see the flyer there on the screen. We'll kind of put that up a little bit more during the game. But if you want to go to the Rain Will Bring Flowers Foundation Facebook page, the family would love for you to be able to go and sign up, and they're trying to break a national record for participants in this walk. And I think the last I heard, and talking to Owen's mom and dad, is I think they were double digits shy of breaking that record. So if you get a chance to, and you haven't done so already, please go visit the Rain Will Bring Flowers Facebook page and sign up to help spread awareness about suicide prevention. But the Warriors will obviously have some heavy hearts as they'll be thinking a little bit about their fallen teammate. But one thing that they're going to have to do, and Coach Leger, it's kind of walking that delicate balance, is trying to get his team to prepare for the game. Like, this is a game that your head can't be in another space. Like, you can't be thinking about other things, because football is hard enough, and football it's a dangerous sport. So they got to be focused on this game and really got to get off to a 1-0 start and really focus some of that energy about thinking about Owen into, hey, let's go win this, and let's go have a great season for our fallen brother. And so again, we talked about this last week, and I told Coach Langlois, the offensive line coach, I said, look, I haven't seen our offensive line look that good since back when I was coaching. They came out and had a fantastic game in both the scrimmage and the jamboree. And so this week we get 5 of the top 6 are now back healthy. So who knows how much better they may even look from the last 2 weeks,
Yeah, absolutely. They were a strong point we talked about during the scrimmage. I think it was that first offensive possession. We kind of looked at each other and said, hey, this St. Michael offensive front looks good. We're getting some push here. We're making some holes. And yeah, absolutely. I think I'm excited to see a full, healthy unit with the exception of one guy missing up front. And I think you're exactly right that was a pleasure to see kind of them up front bullying some kids around.
Yeah, and so, you know, with the Warriors and their offensive line, the run game has worked, but tonight's going to be something that the Warriors are going to have to kind of get back into, and I think they're going to have to find something in the passing game. They're going to have to get something to work. They're going to have to find something, maybe even just taking a shot down the field. I don't know if they've really taken a shot, you know, deep in any of the games this year. Most of the stuff they've put in the air has been kind of short, and so I think maybe trying to maybe loosen the defense up by trying to take a shot down the field might be something. But Centino has been great with his legs. You know, he's provided us with a spark, provided us with some great yardage. But, you know, he's got to be able to see those open receivers, and our wide receivers have to help. They got to get open. They got to catch the ball when they get a chance. And so, you know, as a former quarterback, you know, if the other team knows that all you're going to do is run the ball, it's tough to move it. So you got to be able to throw it a little bit, and especially try to test them a little bit down the field.
Absolutely, and one of the most important things with a running quarterback is your receivers have to be prepared to run the scramble drill. So when that pocket breaks down and Centino gets on the move, you got to have your wide receivers immediately break down, plays over, now we're running the scramble drill. Everybody back towards the quarterback, running to his side of the field and get open. It's basically backyard football at that point. But with a rushing quarterback, you got to be able to really perfect that scramble drill.
Oh, yeah, and then, you know, one thing that we talked about this a very little bit before the game is the defense is going back to a four-man front. Talking to Coach Guidry this week, you know, they went to that 3-3-5 defense for the first couple weeks in the scrimmage and the jamboree, and Coach Guidry kind of realized, hey, you know what, this might not work, you know, so let's try to go back to our four-man front and see, you know, that's more of the traditional look for the Warriors. They're gonna try to rotate those defensive linemen. You know, you're going to see probably a pair of guys who aren't starting offensive linemen, and then you're going to see four guys that are offensive linemen rotate. So you're going to see kind of a rotation of 6 guys up there. And what Coach Guidry told us before the game is he said the plan is to try to rotate them every 2 plays just to make sure they stay fresh, because we need those guys on offense. But, you know, you got to have some – and we got some big guys. You know, that's one thing I think we haven't been able to say this much. I don't know if ever, hardly.
Yeah.
I know it's in the 3 years that we've been together. We have a size advantage up front.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some big heavies, and we said it pregame to Coach Guidry. Just being able to say, hey, I've got 6 guys that I can rotate up front defensively is a huge plus. So, like, the fact that we even have guys to be able to rotate is a huge plus for us. In the past, we haven't had the big bodies to be able to do stuff like that.
And hopefully the plan is to try to get those big guys up front to hold off the offensive linemen and let a guy like Matthew Bell make plays. Let a guy like Grayson Boudreaux make plays. Let those linebackers fly and flow to the ball, because I think that's kind of our strength on defense is, you know, we got a couple of guys back there. Boudreaux had a really good game last week before he went out with an injury. And then Matthew Bell, you know, he's been doing this for 3-4 years now on defense as our middle linebacker. And so to give him space to roam and run and make tackles, you know, I don't think we can ask for anything better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what Coach Guidry's looking to do by going to this 4-man front.
And so let's talk about the keys to the game. We're going to make this kind of simple. You know, maybe sort of a Captain Obvious moment here, but, you know, offensively, I think the key to the game is, number 1, some ball control, and then number 2 is get something out of the passing game. Yeah,
and I think to your ball control point, that's something that we did so well in the scrimmage and in the first half of last week's jamboree. And what I think part of the reason why we were up and going into halftime of that jamboree was, like, we had a little 5-minute drive and a little 3-minute drive, both of which were scoring possessions. We kind of got away from that in the second half, and we had 2 or 3 quick little, not quite 4 and outs, but quick possessions. And I think you're exactly right. we have looked our best offensively when we've been able to sustain a drive. We really haven't had the big play stuff yet, but like when we can just nickel and dime you here and there, that's when we've had our most success. So I think you're absolutely right. Ball control is the key to this game.
Yeah, and then on defense, I've got 2 points. Number 1 says tackling. Number 2 says tackling. I mean, this is always the. I think I might have been able just to copy and paste this from a lot of our early season stuff from the last couple of years, but it's just the case early in the season. Is that's going to be one of the last things that comes is that tackling, that physicality aspect, because you don't want to get too physical with your own team in preseason camp and stuff like that, but at the same time you got to get ready. And like good thing we had the scrimmage, we had the jamboree, so hopefully the Warriors have gotten used to with the thud in those pads, hitting those pads, tackling somebody else, and they can come out and make some tackles and not give up the big play.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Tackling's huge. To your point, these guys have only had full pads on for maybe a month, and then half of that time is like you talked about. You're in practice. You're going against your own guys. Coach Kling and Coach Leje on the offense are saying, hey, don't bring him to the ground. Keep that guy up. We don't want to lose our starting quarterback. We don't want to lose our starting receivers. And so mentally, there just hasn't been a ton of reps because you've been practicing against your own team.
Right.
So I think you're absolutely right. Week to week, I think that's going to get better. We're just early in the season.
Well, Jeff, we are just around 11 minutes till kickoff. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, and we'll be back as the teams head out onto the sidelines, and then we get to national anthem, captain's coin toss, and kickoff. So stick with us right here on the Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. We'll be back. And here come your St. Michael Warriors onto the field. And we are back. It is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. The Warriors heading to the field. Jeff, we got a little treat for you, man. Look, the Warriors in some new threads, man. The new all whites. That looks pretty slick right there. That's what I'm talking about.
They look great. The numbers are a lot easier for us to read up top. And
yes.
I'll tell you what, I saw these on Instagram earlier today. I think the St. Michael football page posted it. And, man, these things look clean, absolutely. So, big shout-out.
There might not be a better look in athletics than the all white.
Yep,
like,
white on white.
Me, I'm kind of a uniform snob. The all whites to me are just beautiful.
Yep.
Lovely. Aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Coach, over there behind them, you got a packed St. Michael fan base.
A very impressive crowd over there. Some packed very small stands, but they are packed in over there with the big red band from Warrior Land and Doc Andrew in the house tonight.
I love it. There's nothing that tells me it's high school football season more than the St. Michael band led by Doc Andrew, and you look over there and he's all jacked up and he's directing his band. Man, it gives me chills every time.
How many times is he playing Sweet Caroline tonight?
Over under is 3.5.
I think I'm going over. I'm going over. So here come the Episcopal Knights onto the field, and we did have a debate. Us and Coach Chuck Guidry's wife, Miss Chris Guidry, up here, wondering if those stands out there in the end zone for Episcopal were going to be fireworks, seeing as we're in a burn ban and no burn, but it was just some smoke, just some smoke machines out there. That, as you can see, they brought some colored smoke onto the field as well. We're catching a kind of a whiff of that up here, but better than the whiff we catch at Bel Air, which will unfortunately get that in a couple of weeks. We won't mention anything more about that right now.
Yep.
But here we go. We're just about getting ready to get things rolling. And tonight, your captains, it looks like for the Warriors, that looks like number 4 Preston Centino and number 7 Anthony DiStefano. And for the Knights, you have number 4 Braden George, number 18 Ethan Ott, number 75, that is Will York, who is going to be the captains, along with number 70. I believe that's James Thom, but I'm not 100% sure. Thom is listed as number 77 on their roster, but I do think he's number 70 tonight. Jeff, one thing we're going to see tonight in a high school football game that we don't usually see in high school football is 2 kickers that can absolutely crush the ball.
Yeah, Mondello for St. Michael, I was watching him during warm-ups, knocking through 40-yarders with plenty of extra leg. I mean, plenty of extra leg.
Yep.
So, yeah, exciting. I think he's been a bright spot on the Warriors special teams.
That is James Thom, number 70. He is one of their starting linemen, so he is out this week. That's kind of an interesting development for the Episcopal Knights, who are not the deepest team in the world. So we'll kind of see who's going to be the guy to step in there for Thom at his normal left tackle position. That's pretty big, losing your left tackle for a game. The Warriors, though, were out without their left tackle last week. Guy Wood stepped in and did a fantastic job, along with Luke Rougeau at the guard spot. And so here we go with the coin toss. Episcopal won, and they deferred. And so we will be able to kind of see the tribute that the Warriors are going to have for their fallen brother Owen Tabor. More than likely the plan is to get the ball, go out on the field, only have 10 guys on the field, take a delay a game. The Episcopal coaches have agreed they're going to decline that penalty, and then they'll just get on with it. So here we go with our prayer and our national anthem.
Pray for all of the athletes here, that you be with them and keep them safe. We pray that everyone gathered here tonight, players, officials, family, and fans, remember that all we do is done to your honor and glory. And we make this prayer in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord, who with you and the Holy Spirit lives and reigns, one God, now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing if you would. We don't have music. I'll start us and let's just sing our national anthem, if you would. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Well done, sports fans. Acapella version of the national anthem.
And there we go with the prayer of the national anthem that everybody just kind of sang when they very easily could have just asked the Warrior band over there, hey, you mind playing the national anthem for us today? I think Doc Andrew would have had it ready in just the snap of a finger. Jeff, we talked about this just a second ago about the crowd. I'm pretty sure our Warrior fans might be outnumbering the Episcopal fans 2, maybe 3 to 1. We got Warrior fans coming into the Episcopal side
to
sitting because there's not enough room over on the St. Michael side. That is awesome to see, Jeff. That is fantastic.
You absolutely love to see it. We're 15 minutes away from campus, and so stuff like that definitely has an effect on us. Is being able to make that an easy travel day for your Warriors fans. So love to see it. Love to see the support early, and hopefully we can give the fans a dub tonight.
It's easy for the broadcast crew. I don't have very far to have to lug this equipment and stuff. I can park right outside the gate right here and not have to.
We did talk about it. The one downside is we're on top of the booth tonight, and so you got to go up this fireman ladder.
Yeah, it's vertical ladder. It's not easy.
I'm lucky. I showed up late. Coach Saylor did all the hard work for me, so I got to come up here and just enjoy the spoils.
Yeah, here we go. Alden Romano going to kick off. Back deep for the Warriors is Brody Knaps and Johnny McCarty.
Here we go.
McCarty's going to be the one to take it. Almost falls down. And he's going to take it out just beyond the 25-yard line. So it'll be first down, Warriors. At the 26-yard line. So starters for the Warriors. First at quarterback is number 4, Preston Centino. In the backfield, number 24, John Martinez. And number 44, Matthew Bell. At receiver, number 7, Anthony DiStefano. At tight end, number 22, Peyton Dawson. Gavin Landry, number 23, at another receiver. Number 27, Johnny McCarty. And number 28, Damian Willett round out the receivers for the Warriors. And so here we go with our tribute here to our fallen brother, number 33, Owen Tabor, with only 10 on the field. And as you can see, the whole entire Warrior team holding up 33 in tribute to Owen. Penalty will be declined, and now we'll get started. Continuing with the offensive starters for the Warriors from right to left up front. Number 77, Michael Garcia. Number 66, Guy Woods. Number 57, Nathan Bell. Number 79, Eli Corville. And number 64, Austin Wood. Austin Wood back from a little illness last week. The Warriors going to start 3-by-1. Martinez in the backfield. Going to fake it. Centino keeps it. He's going to head outside to the far sideline. Down the sideline. Going to get run out of bounds by T.J. Callahan.
Great pull right there.
Great job. Yes, exactly. That's about a 25-yard gain.
Huge hole, and Centino showed you a little bit of his running prowess and athletic ability there, and really moves like kind of a wide receiver. I mean, just quick and shifty with it. Great pickup of 25 there.
He got 26 yards right there. They're going to mark him. No, they're going to mark him at the 50-yard line. So 25-yard gain right there for Centino on the first play of the game here. For the Knights up front, they go Badawi, number 11, Ott, number 18 at the ends. Martinez stopped up the middle. That's Sessoms, who starts at one D tackle, and then number 75, Will York, at the other D tackle. At linebacker for the Knights, number 21, Chase Finley, number 22, Taj Callahan on the outside, and then inside, number 23, Will Ribes, and number 44, Chase Cresson. The defensive backfield for the Knights, number 3, Brody Bailey, and number 6, Nathan Sanchez at corner, and number 7, TJ Callahan playing the safety position. Another pull, Centino, same play, up the middle. He's going to head forward and gain about 13 yards to the 37-yard line of the Knights. Nice job. First down, Warriors right there.
Yeah, and I think they're kind of seeing something here with these read option runs in the backfield, and they're going to keep coming back to it until the Knights can prove that they can stop this quarterback run.
Yeah, that's that old power sweep play. Just kind of a staple of a lot of spread offenses. You're just reading that in and seeing what they're doing. So Warriors off to a really good start here in Knight territory. Centino going to throw the hang pass outside to Landry. Landry's got some room. He's got some blocking, too. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, 7 yards.
We got some
There's gonna
laundry.
be something in the backfield.
And I like the play call there. We talked about getting the passing game going a little bit and easing Centino in with a nice easy hang route, an easy completion, get you
Looks
going.
like it's going to be a roughing call. Or the referee made a intentional grounding signal, so I'm not. It's got to be a roughing the passer. The referee's going to now march it all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be another first down, Warriors. So it was a roughing the passer call, I believe, on the Knights. It's going to give them 15 more yards after Landry picked up 7 on that little hang pass. And so Warriors are in business. Warriors in the 2-by-1. Matthew Bell in at the fullback position with John Martinez at the tailback. Centino calling out the plays. Ball's on the 15-yard line. First down for the Warriors. Martinez trying to find some room up the middle. Just could not find anything. There's going to be a flag thrown on the outside. I'm not sure what that's going to be on.
Came in kind of late.
Martinez looks a little bit banged up right there. Going to be something else on the Knights? Yeah, there's going to be a personal foul, some contact, maybe targeting, maybe an illegal use of the helmet on Episcopal. So that's going to be 15, half the distance in this case, since you're inside the 20. So that's going to bring it all the way down to, ball should be spotted at about the 7-yard line. So it's going to be a first down and 2 or 3 for the Warriors.
Coach,
you don't really see that much, a little 1st and 3 action here.
And the Episcopal coaching staff's fired up on the sideline. They did not like the call.
I mean, Martinez got up kind of holding his helmet a little bit there, so he must have taken a shot into the helmet. Another little throw outside. Dropped. I don't know that it really makes much of a difference whether he caught it or whether he dropped it. I don't think he was getting much yardage out there.
Yeah, one of the things you'd like to see there, I know it was a forward pass, but anytime there's anything anywhere near the line of scrimmage, if that ball hits the turf, fall on it. You never know. And we're in high school football. There is no replay. So if the ref thinks it went backwards, that's a fumble.
Yeah, and so Bell's coming back in to second down and about 3 for the Warriors. Martinez gets grabbed in the backfield by Sessoms.
Oh, no.
They're going to blow the whistle.
Forward progress.
They should be blowing this thing dead.
Forward progress, I think.
Forward progress going to be stopped. Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, Martinez was held up and somebody came in there and ripped it out of his hand. You know, that's the correct call. So first down, Warriors at the 4-yard line. So, Jeff, we're just 4 yards away from putting the first score on the board right here.
Yep.
I think you got 4 downs right here. This is 4-down territory. I don't know if Coach Leger is going to decide to kick a field goal. I think he's going to try to go and put this thing in the end zone.
On the road, set the tone early. Your offenses look good so far. I think you're absolutely right. 4-down territory for the Warriors.
Going into the 3-by-1. Somebody's got to control number 36, Sessoms, up front. Sessoms has been able to slip through into the backfield quite a bit already this evening.
There's that power sweep.
I thought he almost got thrown into the end zone. He's going to get all the way down to the 1. Here comes Will York in. Coming in for number 52, Demetric Johnson.
We went right back to that power sweep. They like what they see there. It's been successful thus far. Keep hitting that honey hole.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Trying to punch this thing in. Take this lead right here. There it is again. He hands it to Martinez. Just nothing there. The swarming defense of the Knights. He's going to
maybe lose one there.
He might have lost maybe a half a yard. Yeah, he lost a yard, so they're going to be back at the 2-yard line. So 3rd and 2. Let's see what Coach Kling comes up with right here on this big 3rd down early in this game. You really, really, really want to try to punch this thing in. I mean, I know that's obvious, but you really want to try to punch this thing in the end zone right here. See if the Warriors' big offensive front can get some push. There it is, Martinez. Nope. They had one of the linebackers slip right through, untouched, into the backfield.
And here's your call from Coach Leje.
Yeah, Callahan got in the backfield.
No game. 4th and goal.
Warriors are gonna go for the field goal right here. So Coach Leje is gonna elect to put the points on the board. 7:30 left to go. Mondello on to kick. Kick is up.
Ooh.
And it is good. So with 7:20 left here to go in the first quarter, Warriors 3, Knights nothing. We'll be back. This is the Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. The Warriors took it 75 yards in about 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Ran 11 plays here according to the public address announcer. So it will be William Mondello set to kick off. Back deep for the Knights is number 14, David Olin, and number 4, Braden George.
Mandela to kick off for the Warriors. Here, Knight fans, as we get our first return of the young season.
Mondello, short kick this time. There is a little bit of a breeze. It's going to be Olin. He's got an alley right up the seam right there, taken down just shy of the 35-yard line. Right up the hashes. He had a pretty good alley right there. The Warriors kind of got out of their lanes, but were able to rally and make that tackle. So here are your starters for the Warriors up front. On the defensive line at ends, you have number 13, Gavin Knaps, and number 35, Bryce Richard. Down at defensive tackle, 64, Austin Wood, and number 66, Guy Woods. At linebacker, outside, you have number 27, Johnny McCarty, and number 10, Hudson Foreman. Inside, number 45, Grayson Boudreaux, and number 44, Matthew Bell. Secondary, Mariano and Landry are your corners, and Knox Poirier is your free safety. Handoff right up the middle. Warriors stuff it. Nice job right there by the Warriors. Nothing going. Several guys in there. That is Nathan Bell. It's Cheese Bell in there, along with Luke Rougeau actually starting at D tackle for the Warriors tonight.
And I'm seeing in the chat we got Ron Swanson checking in all the way from Orlando, Florida.
Smash that like button, everybody. Subscribe and smash that like button. George in motion. They're going to hand it to George. Nice job right there by Nathan Bell.
Man, the Warriors D's playing fast and energetic.
Coach, Nathan Bell played that exactly how you teach it. He followed the puller. He literally just got right in the hip pocket of the pulling guard and just followed him right to the ball. And he almost took the handoff.
You're absolutely right. And Braden George, number 4 for Episcopal, was one of their shining bright spots last week in their jamboree. So you know Coach Chuck Guidry and staff over there has keyed in on him all week.
So third and about 13 or 12 or 13 here at the 32-yard line. That's Who in the shotgun. Who's going to roll out? He's got a guy open if he wants to dump it off into the flat. He dumps it off to Chauvin, who gets knocked out of bounds by Boudreaux. I don't think he got enough for the first down, but this, let's see where he gets marked.
Going to be a little short of the first down.
He's going to be about a yard short of it. Let's see if the Knights are going to try to go for it this early.
Hydration break.
And we got the hydration timeout, so they're going to have time to think about this. Well, we got a chance. Let's give you the starting offense for the Knights. And quarterback number 9, Zach Hu. In the backfield, number 2, Reed Chauvin. Number 4, Braden George. Out wide, number 5, Walker Dozat. Number 10, John Hart Singer. And number 14, David Olin. And then up front for the Knights, you have number 73, Preston Pontiff, number 66, Matthew Bogney, number 75, Will York, and number 59, Jacob Duvall are your linemen. We had James Thom as a starter, but he is in street clothes tonight. So we'll have to endure these hydration timeouts for the first couple months of the year, as it is a little warm outside. Although we have a nice breeze out here, it doesn't feel too bad. So here we go. We got a 4th and 2, big time right here for the Warriors. Get this stop. Episcopal just going to try to draw them off sides. Yep. Warriors, good discipline. And they're going to take the timeout. Jeff, that's big. I mean, you waste that kind of a wasted timeout this early in the half. I mean, if you knew you were going to kick it, you might as well just kicked it and maybe save the timeout for something a little bit later in the half. Good thing it's the first half, not the second half, but that's a little bit of an interesting look right there. So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. It's the Warrior Broadcast Network. Again, make sure you go to the Rain Will Bring Flowers Foundation Facebook page and sign up for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Walk on October 7th. Here we go. 4th and 2, ball's on the ground. Picked up by the Warriors. Hudson Foreman picks it up and takes it. Not only did the Warriors get the stop, they technically get the turnover, and now the ball is going to be deep in Knight territory. First down, Warriors. Yeah, that could have turned out any better for the Warriors right there.
You get a scoop and score there, but, man, that was a heck of a defensive stop there, and we get the ball on the 25-yard line, knocking on the red zone door.
Yeah, ball's going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. Warriors got 1st and 10, already up 3-0. Trying to look for some more right here. Warriors, if they can punch this thing in the end zone, that is going to be big time. Hudson Foreman over there giving his student section a little bit of love. Centino, 3 receivers to his left. They're going to throw the hang screen again.
Good numbers.
Nice job by Landry. Good blocking out there by DiStefano and Damian Willett.
Great job.
Landry's
good play call.
16 yards, get down to the 10. No, he's pick up about 17 yards all the way down to the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal, Warriors.
And good play call there, and great job by blocking over there on your outside wide receivers.
Oh, that's absolutely what you need. I mean, you can't make that a successful play without getting some great blocking out there. 3-by-1 to the right side now. Centino pulls it, and he is clamped down by Badawi and Ethan Ott, both coming in on that play. So both ends just crashed down inside. Let's see if Coach Kling recognizes that and tries to take advantage of something right here, getting those 2 guys crashing down. They're going to lose about a yard down to at the 9. So it'll still be 1st and goal for the Warriors. Same play. They're just going to try to run it to the backside. Here's Centino trying to go for the pylon. He's going to get ridden out of bounds at what looks like the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Warriors as they bring in their heavy package. Jeff, we're going to see a little old school right here. We're going to see a little T formation from the Warriors.
Gotta love it.
That much anymore.
Yeah, gotta love it. You bring in big Gavin Naps and try to bang him around a little bit.
Yeah, that's Naps and Bell back there. They hand it off to Martinez.
He's in.
Touchdown, Warriors. John Martinez takes it in from 2 yards out. The Warriors take a 9-0 lead here with 4:49 left to go in the first half. Great job right there by the Warriors, capitalizing on that. We're going to say turnover, not just turnover on the turnover, the short field, and they punch it in to take a 9-0 lead. Warriors are going to give the swinging gate look here.
And here we are, just I guess, 7 minutes into the game. And
Warriors are going to go for the swinging gate. The option pass. Centino is going to have to get rid of it. Throws it a little bit too high. Hits the crossbar.
Hit the crossbar and caught. I think that's
No, it's a dead ball.
it's a dead ball. Pretty
You don't see that. That's
pretty incredible play.
Right. So dead ball right there. So the Warriors' conversion attempt is no good. The Knights had that sniffed out. They saw that last week from the Warriors. I think next time Coach Leger may elect to just go ahead and kick that extra point. So with 4:49 left to go in the first, Warriors 9, Knights 0. We'll be back. And we are back. It will be William Mondello set to kick it off again. That's Olin and Braden George back deep. And Jeff, I'm going to say this probably about 5 or 6 more times. I am just thoroughly impressed with the showing we have here tonight from the Warrior Nation.
I was just about to bring it up. You've got people stretching the fence line now all the way from the back of the south end zone all the way up to about the 10-yard line on the other side.
Concession stand by the field
It's
house.
pretty incredible.
Mondello kicks it. He's going to go to Olin on the far sideline. The Warriors, pretty nice coverage job right there. Olin's going to take it down to, did they give him the 30? They're going to give him the 30-yard line. Nope, they're going to give him the 29-yard line? Yeah, 29-yard line. So the Knights will start at their own 29-yard line here, down 9-0. See if that Warrior defense can step up again.
Yeah, and first look at the new and improved Warrior defense looked very good.
Yeah,
four plays, turnover, no first downs.
The spread from the Knights. They're going to a little shovel pass outside to George. George
hold.
And there comes the flag right there. That's going to be coming back. We're going to queue up the reverse dump truck or garbage truck.
He had Hayden Evans, just clobbered there. That was about as clear of a holding call textbook as it gets.
That's another big get back for the Warriors is they get Hayden Evans back. And it looks like Grayson Boudreaux is also in there healthy. So that's, the Warriors are about as complete as they have been all year long with Eli Corville and Noah Singleton now in at the defensive tackle spot. So it's 1st and 15 back to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 15 at the 25 for the Knights. They're going back to the 3-by-1. Braden George is the number 3 man in the slot. You got to have eyes on him. They're going to throw it out there, and Olin was open, and he just let it go right through his hands. I'm not sure what happened right there.
Yeah, and it was just on that 3-by-1 side, it was like they were running 4 verts. You had a guy over here running a hitch route, but up top just 2 verticals, and then you had Braden George in the 3 slot kind of running that seam route.
I think you might have heard some footsteps as Knox Poirier was kind of bearing down on him. And if Olin would have caught that, I think Poirier would have given him a pretty good little knock right there. So 2-by-2 now, George in the slot to the near side. Screen pass, Chauvin, a lot of room. Nice job though right there by Grayson Boudreaux.
Great recovery.
About 10 yards, but Boudreaux was there when he could have gained a whole lot more because the entire defensive line just sold out for the fake right there. So it'll be 3rd and 5.
And here we are, opportunity again to get off the field.
And here come the Warriors. Another big 3rd down right here on defense. Chauvin and George, another little shovel pass out there. He's got the edge and tripped up. There's going to be a flag thrown over there. I'm not sure what that's going to be on. I don't think it's on the Warriors. I don't know that anything really happened
Yeah, they're having the chain gang go back
Yeah, it's going to be on the Knights right here. I'm not sure what it's going to be.
very late.
I mean, is it a late holding call? Here we go from the referee.
Shot block.
That is huge right there. The Warriors are going to have to figure out something on that little
Shovel.
that little push pad, the little push toss to Braden George.
Yeah, good looking little play there. I mean, for Episcopal, that's you're getting your biggest playmaker out in space. I like that.
So that's going to
play
bring
a lot.
all the way back to the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 10 now.
Back at the original line of scrimmage on the 30.
And so the Warriors are going to have 3rd and 10 here on defense.
Official timeout here.
And let's see what's going on with the Zebras. Nothing. Yeah, just a whistle.
Yeah.
It's a 15-yard
Yep.
penalty. They only marked off 10 yards.
Yep.
The chop block is a 15-yard penalty. I kind of was wondering there for a second.
15 for the block below the waist.
So you got 4 receivers now for the Knights. Braden George in the number 3 spot. Hugh gonna roll out, gonna throw it up deep. Oh, Lynn got behind everybody. Almost had that thing. He got behind 3 Warriors. Poirier, Evans,
Wow.
and Marino were all out there, and he ran by all of them.
Yeah, good toss. Just needed a little bit more air under that football, but
I think it's almost a good thing that ball sailed just a little bit, because I think Poirier was kind of bearing down on that, trying to get the interception, and it just kind of kept going. But if you're Poirier, you just got to stay deep. Just stay deeper than the deepest man right there in that situation. The punt.
a lot of pressure.
DiStefano going to fair catch it at the 46-yard line, and we'll be back. This is Warrior Broadcast Network. And we are back.
In the backfield with Centino.
And Warriors with Centino and Martinez.
Landry in motion.
Landry faked it. Centino's going to get across the 50-yard line to the 49 of the Knights. That's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Episcopal.
And we talked about it in pregame, Coach. Ball control being a major key of the game here for the Warrior offense, and we've definitely done that. I mean, I think we're outpacing the Knights here like 4-1 on ball control.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Warriors have done a great job controlling this ball. I mean, and the Warrior defense has done their part in helping that out. The fake handoff again. Nothing there. Centino gets thrown back. Gain of nothing on that.
And now kind of the other point of key of the game that we went over in pregame comes into effect, and that's get something going in the passing game. Like we talked about in pregame, if the defense knows where you're going, they know you're going to be running that football. It's very hard to get something going once they kind of figure you out.
All right, so it'll be Centino back there with Martinez, and the Warriors are going to call a timeout. Not the worst timeout in the world. I mean, again, I was a little critical of the Episcopal timeout earlier, but if you want to make sure you get something set early in the game, you don't want to get too confused. You don't want to have guys out there not knowing what they're doing in big situations and have a turnover. So the Warriors are going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. This is Warrior Broadcast Network. We'll be back.
night.
All
49.
right. Warriors are back here live from Episcopal High School, playing a 3rd down and 5. Centino going to fake it, going to roll out. He's got, and there's the flag going to be thrown. Tried to throw it back across the grain to McCarty. There's going to be a holding penalty there. Now the only question is, does Episcopal take this, or do they decline it and force the Warriors to punt? I mean, the Warriors are absolutely going to punt if they decline that thing. Holding declined. Yep, they decline it. So it'll be 4th down for the Warriors, and they're going to send out the punt unit. It's just a smart play. I mean, it's the obvious play right here. It is high school football. You never know what coaches are going to do. You know, sometimes your special teams in the most polished unit on the field, but this is the right call. Up 9-0 here, as we haven't even hit the end of the first quarter yet, Jeff. I feel like we've been playing forever.
Yeah, we have. Part of it's those hydration timeouts. We had 2 timeouts.
And the Warriors are going to have to take another timeout, as they were a man short on the punt unit. So we'll take a timeout with them. This will be Warrior Broadcast Network. And here we go. Brody Bailey back deep. Mondello on to do the punting. Mondello gets off a kind of a line drive, but it's going to be unreturnable, as it's going to bounce around. I tell you what, Jeff, number 21, Chase Finley, was living on the edge right there following that punt around. That thing takes one little wrong bounce, and it hits it in the leg. It's Warriors ball down there inside the 20-yard line.
When they do their Saturday morning film session tomorrow morning, he's going to get an earful for that.
Oh, no doubt. A coach is going to be all over him about that.
34-yard punt, no return. Knights play 1st and 10 on their 15.
So the ball is at the 15-yard line. 1st down for the Knights. See, the Warrior defense can come up with a big stop here, force the Knights to give it up deep in their territory. There's a double slot formation. Handoff straight up the middle. Chauvin taken down by Gavin Knaps. He got 5 yards, though. 4 yards. Correction. So out to the 24-yard line. Or rather, the 19-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 6. So the Knights are kind of alternating back and forth in their possessions. They went to this sort of option look, then they went to the spread. Now they're back into this option double slot look. It's going to be George.
George turns it upfield. He's up close to the 25-yard line.
Just shy.
We have a play stoppage.
They're going to give him the 25-yard line. I'm not sure about that, Jeff. That's a very generous call right there, or spot. That's going to give him a 1st down.
The stoppage is because Rayden George gets 6 yards and an Episcopal 1st down.
I'm not so sure about that. It looked to me like he got stopped at about the 24-yard line, short of that 25-yard line. But, hey, the referees giving it to him. So they're sticking with this heavy run look. George is going to go in motion. Hand it off to Chauvin, who's going to get another 5 or 6 yards. So now the Episcopal wing T double slot offense is kind of gaining some yards here on the Warriors.
Yeah, and if I'm the Episcopal coaching staff, I'm sticking with it until we can stop it.
And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Your score, Warriors 9, Knights 0. We'll be back. This is Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. And we are back as the ball will be on the 30-yard line, 2nd and 5. Episcopal comes back out in the spread look after we just talked about it at the quarter break. Hey, they're moving the ball with that double slot option look. George, a lot of room. He's going to get the first down.
Your back's got first down yardage, driving Warriors with him.
George with a good gain right there of about 8.
George is a guy that you do not want to get going and get into a rhythm because he is a heck of an athlete.
No, you got to get him. You got to try to get him before he gets that head of steam up. Now they're going back to the spread look. Now George is in the slot with Chauvin in the backfield. The fake, going to slip it to Olin out here in the flat. He dodges the tackle, gets taken down after a first down. He's going to pick up about 12. Put a good move on the outside on Hudson Foreman right there. He came all the way back across the formation. He was lined up as the offset tight end on the far side. That's a pretty popular play you see a lot nowadays in college football and pros, where that tight end just comes to that opposite side, up underneath, and a lot of times he's wide open, and it worked really good for the Knights right there.
Yeah, you use your 2 wideouts just to kind of run off the coverage and leaves a wide open flat.
At the 50-yard line, George is going to be in motion. They're going to toss it outside to him. He's got a lot of room out there. And he's going to break it and get all the way down past the 35-yard line.
Willie does Braden George inside the Warrior 35 down to the 33.
All the way down to the 33-yard line.
Johnny McCarty finally brought him down, but it's 1st and 10, Episcopal.
Down at the 33-yard line of the Warriors. So Episcopal's change up right here is they're just attacking the edges of the Warriors. They're just trying to get outside, and it's kind of started to work.
Yeah.
Fake, going to keep it. Who gets taken down?
Tackled by number 57, Nathan Beal.
And Coach, that may have just been a play to give Braden George a break because he had his hands down on his knees, sucking wind right there. After that play. So that may have been Zach Hu just saying, let me just keep this one and give George a little bit of a breather on this play.
Yeah, spell you for a play. And there they go, trying to attack the middle of the defense again, and the Warrior defensive front stays strong. Stops them for no gain. So I think they're going to continue to try to attack us outside.
And now in that spread, almost fumbled the snap.
Oh!
Who got rid of it? Are they going to call it a they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Gavin Knapp's put a lot of pressure on the quarterback as he came screaming around that end up there on the blind side of Zach Hu. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ball still at the 33-yard line. So,
and I do think that was the right call, the incomplete pass there.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a homer.
4 down territory right here, Coach?
I think it is.
Romano's got a pretty good leg, but I think Episcopal's going to try to pick up a little bit right here. Hu going to dump it off. Olin was open, and he's going to wind up getting the first down.
Yeah, and Olin found himself open there, kind of over there by the hash mark, and you saw him early in the play kind of give a wave. Hey, I'm right here. Throw me the ball. And Hu makes his way back up to him and finds him.
Yeah, he kind of settled down right there in that open spot, and Hu was able to get the ball to him, find him. So it'll be 1st down, ball at the 17-yard line. And back inside handoff to George. He's got a lot of room, breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to get down inside the 5.
He's got yardage inside the 5, and it's now 1st and goal, Episcopal. After the 13-yard by senior running back, Braden George.
Yeah, and just kind of an underneath counter there, back to George against the grain.
1st and goal.
Breaks one off.
They've now gotten Braden George going. And now we see a power backfield.
He needs a breather, though. Braden George back there, head down.
Sucking wind, and then they handed it to him again. He got stopped by Boudreaux. And I think that was Hayes Marino coming in from his corner spot. So first and goal now, down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal.
They're kind of slowing down the pace here.
Timeout by Episcopal. We'll be back after this timeout. Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. All right, here we go. Warriors need a big stop here. Second and goal for the Knights. We just noticed number 44, David Cresson, came off holding his shoulder, or Chase Cresson, rather. Chauvin got in. They just turned right around and handed it to the fullback, Chauvin, and he powered his way in from 2 yards with 8:29 left to go here in the first half. 9-6 now. Cresson's going to come back on the field on the special teams play. Romano trotting on the field as well.
Yeah, and you could see the athletic training staff for Episcopal working on that shoulder a little bit. You saw the athletic trainer kind of shaking his head, I think telling him, no, it's not broken. You can go if you want to go.
We'll have to watch that just because Cresson is their middle linebacker. You know, kind of made a lot of plays so far. See if that affects him. Romano and gets up, and it is good. So with 8:29 left to go here in the first half, Warriors 9, Knights 7. We'll be back after this break. This is Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. All right, we are back. Back deep for the Warriors is Brody Knaps and DiStefano now. Ball's kicked up. It's going to be Knaps. Bobbles it a little bit, has a little bit of room, but then gets hit hard at about the 25-yard line. He hit the gap and then just kind of slowed down right there and started looking around. When he could have, if he just kept going,
looked like he had a little
more yards.
Looked like he had a little lane there.
Yep. So it'll be first down Warriors at the 26-yard line. The Warriors got to respond right here with another nice drive. Try to control the ball and at least force the Knights to kind of flip some field position right here. Maybe get that momentum back in their favor. 3 receivers to one side. As the PA announcer is doing a little play-by-play too. Centino crosses the 35 down to the 30.
They're trying to get Johnny
38-yard line. First down Warriors.
Coach Bourgeois fired up down here on the Episcopal sideline. Johnny McCarty pancaked his block and then got up and stepped over the top of him. Coach Bourgeois is pretty fired up about that.
Yeah, he got all over number 12, Neff Newman, out here. Martinez, good job right there by the Warrior offensive line to finally get some push on a carry by Martinez.
And good job of Martinez of hitting that thing hard and falling forward.
Yeah, he picked up a solid 4 yards right there, 2nd and 6. Warriors will bring Matthew Bell back in. Jeff, just a pet peeve of mine. When the PA announcer is doing the play-by-play as the play is going on, like, dude, you're the PA guy. You're not a play-by-play guy.
Yeah. Especially with their speaker volume.
Right. Martinez got hit and fights forward.
He breaks a tackle, moves Powell forward to about the 45.
He's going to pick up about 3 yards. He's going to make it a 3rd and 3. As we notice, there's Chase Cresson. Cresson's going to have to come off. He's hurting.
He's feeling it.
Yeah, he's not feeling good. Yeah, it's too bad. For the Warriors, now a 3rd and 3. We'll check with me right here. Timeout called by the Warriors as they almost ran out of time right there. Little confusion with 6:26 left to go here. Warriors will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. It's the Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. And here we go. Back at action. 3rd and 3 for the Warriors. Handoff Martinez. Nothing doing right there.
Tough going for the
and that's Martinez runs hard, but that's one of those situations where it's 3rd and 3. Whether there's a hole or not, you just got to know, hey, dude, I got to fall for it. I got to get 3 yards here. I got to get 3 yards. So you just kamikaze your way through there and just try to find a hole and hit it.
Yeah, he kind of tried to tippy-toe it around a little bit and sort of feel out his way and kind of be a little too patient right there when you just need to kind of hit that hole and try to get as much as he could. But it'll be a timeout, a hydration timeout with 6 minutes left to go here in the half. So we'll take a timeout as well as the Warrior Broadcast Network. And we are back. The Warriors try to fake it and come up short. The Warriors are trying to protest that they made the yardage. but they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, they're about 2 yards short.
Yeah, they're well short of that.
Bad spot, but I don't think they got it.
Will York led the charge.
So the gamble doesn't pay off for the Warriors, so it'll be 1st and 10, Episcopal. Ball's at the 46-yard line. 5:52 left to go here in the first half.
Episcopal takes over already in plus territory.
Warriors defense going to have to come up huge right here. There's Braden George lined up in the slot to the top of the screen. They're going to fake it. They're looking to go down the middle of the field. Matthew Bell almost had it. Could not come up with the juggling interception. He was right there.
Oh,
almost.
Intercepted by number 44, Matthew Beal.
It hit him in the wrong spot,
Yep.
Jeff. Right in the hands. Right in the hands.
Kind of caught him off balance.
That's why he's a linebacker.
You're right.
No, but Bell kind of was in his back pedal right there. I mean, he
Caught him
almost
off
had
balance.
that ball, man. It was close. Handoff George, gonna get the outside, and he just slips up trying to cut it back, and he's gonna have enough for the first down.
Senior back, Braden George with first down yardage as he slips.
The Knights are doing a fantastic job of just sealing off the edge on the play side right now on those outside runs.
After a pickup of
They absolutely
13.
are. Getting outside has been very successful for them.
Yeah, it picked up about 16 yards, so it'll be first down at the 33-yard line for Episcopal. A back to each side of who. And they hand it off to George that time, and they gives a stiff arm to Hayden Evans. He's going to cut it all the way back, and he's going to get taken down finally down inside the 5-yard line. So Episcopal is now knocking on the door of another score.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we just talked about. They take it outside. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Braden George the football in space. And so they take him outside. He finds his lane, and then just shows you how athletic he is. Cuts all the way back across the football field, takes it down to the 2.
Yeah, he is a very impressive football player. Now he's coming in motion. That's a little just eye candy. They're going to hand it to Chauvin, who is going to get taken down. Matthew Bell there on the tackle. Clock ticks down under 5 minutes to go.
Good stop there by the Warriors, sniffing out that fullback dive.
Yeah, he got about a yard and a half down just inside the 2-yard line. George is the slot on the near side. Now he's going to motion and move into the backfield. They're going to hand it to him. He picks and chooses, and he is going to get in. Touchdown, Knights, and they now take the lead. After trailing for much of the first half, they take the lead with 4:23 left to go. We're up 13-9.
24 left in the first half. Knights take their first lead of the 2023 season with the try for points to follow.
So here comes Romano. On for the extra point. And it's up. And it is good. So with 4:24 left to go here in the first half, Knights 14, Warriors 9. We'll be back. And here we go. Romano is going to boot it. It'll be Knapp's. Going to take it up the middle again. He's got a lane. Knapp's
Go ahead, Knapp's.
breaks it open. Brody Knapp's gets across the 45-yard line. Great return right there by number 18, Brody Knapp's.
And kind of took our criticism on his last kick return and said, there's that hole, I'm hitting it.
He did. He exploded through that alley right there, through that lane. So it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors.
And, Coach, one of the things I'd like to see him come back to, they've run it twice for sure, maybe 3 times tonight, but they had some success going to this far side of your screen in the first quarter on that little swing route where we were able to go 3-by-1 and run that swing route to the 3 side. I'd like to see him go back to that.
Landry coming in motion, hand up the middle. There's just nothing there. The middle has been very unkind for the Warriors. Again, we've talked about this before. The Episcopal defense is not big, but they have done a fantastic job of just not giving up anything in the middle. They're just clogging it up and just not moving at all.
The extent of the success we've had up the middle have been 2 pulls by Centino and power sweeps.
Yep.
Which aren't even designed plays to the middle.
And Landry again. Receiver to the near side. It's McCarty to the top of your screen. Landry's going to come in motion, that fly motion, that orbit motion. The pitch, he bobbles it, and he's going to lose yardage. They had a little something right there if Landry could have secured the pitch on that little triple option look, on that orbit motion. So it's going to back the Warriors up. They're going to lose a couple. 3rd and 12. Now for the Warriors. This is not where the Warriors want to be in this 3rd and long situation.
No, you got to go to the air here, and they're going to line up in a 3-by-1 set.
See if they run that little hang pass. Centino is going to look to the backside. And nice job right there. Tip drill on offense.
I don't think that's how it was supposed to go, but we'll take the first down there.
No, I'm 100% positive that is not how Coach Kling drew that one up. With Callahan, I believe that should have had the interception, but it wound up going to the hands of Johnny McCarty all the way to the 39-yard line.
13-yard gain, first down.
Picked up about 13. So Warriors in night territory, a little bit of a gift right there. The football gods giveth and taketh away.
Yes, indeed.
And we have a flag. It may be an illegal formation or something like that.
The blue wall closes in.
The flag came right after the snap from the side judge. Yeah, it's going to be maybe some motion or an illegal formation. One of the receivers out here did not get lined up on the line. Yeah, illegal formation.
Illegal formation against the Warriors.
They're going to decline it.
2nd down, 10.
Yeah, no, it'll be second and 13. As they're all the way back to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 14, actually.
Make that loss of 4. Second down.
Warriors 3-by-1 to the near side. Centino going to pull it, goes back up the middle, picks up the penalty yardage plus a yard, or picks up the lost yardage plus a yard.
Hung on after a good game.
So now it'll be 3rd and 9.
3rd down at the 39.
I think you see the Warriors go to the air again here.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one to the backside when they go 3-by-1. The Warriors are going to go in a little 2-by-2 look here. Centino had pressure. He breaks the pressure. He's got some room. Centino, touchdown Warriors. Great job by Centino. He takes it in from 38 yards out. Touchdown Warriors.
Great move. And Centino,
great job right there.
I think was looking to pass there and didn't see something pops up the middle and then just kind of opened up. And
Coach, how about the move he put on T.J. Callahan right there? Callahan, if it was a basketball, if you were on a basketball court, he just got crossed over.
Yeah. Yeah, very athletic play. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier when I said Centino moves like a wide receiver. I mean, shifty guy.
And so 38-yard touchdown run from Centino. That's going to be an offsides right there on number 7, Callahan.
Let's see what the flag is about.
It should be an offsides. Dead ball, offsides, yep.
Encroachment on Episcopal.
TJ Callahan said, you know what, I'm not going to get shook this time. I'm going to try to get this block extra point. So let's see what the Warriors do. It's 15-14. Yeah, they're gonna go for the 2-point conversion. The difference between a 2-point and 1-point lead right here is really not much of a difference. But they can get it to 3 right here. It's probably probably what's on the old sheet when it comes to when do you go for 2, when do you not go for 2. I've never seen that sheet, but I know the Warriors didn't get it right there. Martinez tried to go bounce it to the outside. Jeff, I think that is a product of he's not had anything on the inside, but I think on that play he did have something back towards the inside. If he'd have cut it back to the right, I think he had a little bit of just at least the opportunity to stick his shoulders down and try to punch it in the end zone, but he had nothing to the outside. So with 1:44 left to go here in the first half, Warriors 15, Knights 14. We'll be back. This is Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. All right, we are back. It'll be William Mondello doing the kick and George and Olin back deep. Mondello has it teed up on the far hash. Whistles all over the place. Offsides on the Warriors.
Is encroachment on the Warriors. That'll cost them 5 yards.
So that'll push it back. And we now have our first of what is my favorite chant from the student section, the "You Can't Do That" cheer.
Yep.
You gotta love it.
Yep.
Student sections around the world haven't figured out something else to cheer other than "You can't do that."
You can't do that.
No kidding. We know we can't do that. Like, everybody knows.
The only cheer that I like better than that is the basketball cheer when they hit you with the left, right after
you're
the
right,
foul
with the
out.
foul out, yeah.
That one's pretty good.
So Mondello gets a leg into it. He bombed that thing inside the 5. Olin is going to take it up the near side. He's got some room.
Great blocking by the Knights.
Mondello knocks him out of bounds. Mondello a little fired up, and Olin's slow to get up. Yeah, he's going to stay down there. Son, that was the kicker that just rocked your world.
Wow. Mondello
Pele
with the hit stick and loses his helmet. I mean, Coach Guidry's going to watch that tomorrow and say, man, maybe I should start playing that guy at safety.
Coach, you remember a kicker that played a little free safety for you?
Yeah, and
a professional hitter.
Yeah, A.J. Fletcher.
Chris Reed.
Chris Reed.
A.J. Fletcher was A.J. was a kicker too,
He was pretty violent.
You know, former. Oh, interception! Right into the hands of the Warriors. Grayson Boudreaux with the turnover. Coach, I don't know if Boudreaux caught that or if the ball caught him. Like, I think he was completely shocked that that ball hit him right in the chest, and he could do nothing but catch it.
Wow. What a huge play right there.
Who just threw it right to him? Right to him.
Wow.
Man, oh, man. Great job right there. Grayson Boudreaux with the interception. And we're going to go ahead and say that was playing. It was great defense.
Yeah.
It was great defense.
The momentum shift right now is crazy, Coach.
Let's see what the Warriors can come out and do. They got the ball at the 40-yard line here with 1:25, but they have one timeout left.
Are you sure? I think we might be out.
Maybe we are. I think we are out. They're not keeping track of it on the board. I think you're right. I think we are out of timeouts. Handoff. Gavin Landry's going to cut it back. He's going to get 5 yards. This is where you want to just go down on that hit so you can save that time, as the clock is now ticking down around about 1:10. Warriors got to speed it up here.
And with no timeouts, when you pop up with that football, you run it back to the referee.
Right to the referee. You find that it's not hard to miss the umpire, the guy spotting the ball. He's a large human. Centino back up the middle. He's got room. He's got one man to beat. It's Callahan. He's in. Touchdown, Warriors! Centino drags Callahan and others into the end zone for the touchdown. What a run by Preston Centino.
We got an Episcopal night down.
With 40 seconds left to go in the half. Coach, I thought he was going to be down around about the 10-yard line. I'm thinking to myself, maybe run out of bounds or something, and he just kept going. He stuck the he stiff-armed Callahan and just rode it into the end zone. And now number 22, that's Taj Callahan, I believe, is limping off of the field. So
incredible play by Preston Centino.
What a great individual effort tonight from Preston Centino.
Breathing life into the St. Michael offense now.
Coach, former Episcopal Knight, Preston Centino.
Wow. This one's got to be sweet for him.
It's got to be. It's a little extra tonight for young Mr. Centino. Great job right there. He's probably getting close to over 100 yards rushing here in the first half. Centino's got Martinez coming in motion. He's going to roll it out here to the right, to the left side. Not going to be able to get in the end zone.
Brody Bailey, the quarterback, turns him in. Nothing doing. 2-point conversion.
Can't get it, but with 40 seconds left to go here in the first half, Warriors 21, Knights 14. We'll be back. All right, we are back, and so in a little bit of a disappointing moment, Grayson Boudreaux's dad is standing right over here just to the left of us, and I went and asked him if he saw that, and he said, "No, I didn't. I was in the parking lot." Well, guess what, Jason? We got a YouTube here. Wow, what a kick right there by Mondello. Puts it about 3 yards into the end zone. Coach, Mondello is all hyped up. I mean, he is all lit up tonight, especially after that hit. Olin was over here earlier kind of trying to stretch out. Like, he put a knock on him, man. So they got 40 seconds left. Let's see what Episcopal tries to do. If I'm Episcopal, I'm going to take at least a shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Braden George and see if he can break one.
Yeah.
Definitely going to try to get him on something on the outside. If I'm the Warriors, that's what I'm on alert for. They're going to run this. They're going to go into the spread. They got George in the slot to the top of the screen.
And I do think Episcopal's got 2 timeouts remaining if they get something going here.
So they're going to hand it to Chauvin up the middle, and Chauvin had a little room back here to the right side, but he decided to put his head down and run right into the back of his offensive lineman. But thank you there, Reed Chauvin.
Yeah, and I think Episcopal's just okay with taking this into the half.
I think so too. It's down now under 20 seconds. They do not have to snap the ball again, and I don't think they are. They're not going to snap it. They're going to take this thing into the half. So Jeff, this was a tale of two cities kind of here in the first half, where the Warriors kind of went up, then kind of got punched back in the face, and then has come back and responded big time. And they're going to take that 21-0 lead into halftime. So we're going to take a little break along with the teams, and we'll be back for a little bit of halftime analysis. I'm sure you can't wait out there in Warrior Broadcast land. So we'll be back in a little bit. This is the Warrior Broadcast Network on YouTube. We'll be back. And we are back here at halftime with 1:33 left until we get the second half started. Jeff, that was like we said right before going into halftime. That was a tale of two cities. Just give that little analysis that you talked about at halftime right there.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the crescendo of it was the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. Warriors are, way up. We're playing incredible football. Then kind of the end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter, that middle 12 minutes, it's kind of a lull for us. Episcopal's playing great football. We're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. And then you come back the last 6 minutes of the second quarter and play incredible football. You're up again. So it's just kind of this wave where we came out hot. Middle, we really struggled, and then we ended strong. So interesting to see here if we can kind of pull it together, focus on the things that we did really well at the start of the game and the end of the half, and try to come out hot here in the second half. And one of the big things that you brought up right before we went to halftime was like the importance of those two turnovers in the first half. I mean, you had the big pick at the end of the half, and then you had
Here come your St. Michael Warriors.
Scoop and score type deal there on the first possession for the night. So if the Warrior defense can keep forcing turnovers and Preston Centino can keep playing really athletic football and using his legs and kind of being an elite runner in the backfield, I'm feeling really good about this game.
Yeah, I mean, we're winning the turnover battle 2-0.
Yep.
We have we've got an interception, a fumble recovery, almost another interception. Matthew Bell had a chance to pick one off and just couldn't quite hang on to it. But Grayson Boudreaux made the nice pick right there to lead to that 21-14 lead here as we start the second half. First half that Jeff, it just seemed like it took forever.
Yeah, it kind of did. Well, maybe not. It was about an hour and 10 minutes.
But yeah, here we go.
A lot of stoppage.
And it'll be Mondello set to kick off. Olin and George back deep. Mondello gets a big boot into it and into the end zone. Mondello gonna force the Knights to start on the 20-yard line. That's a weapon. Yep, I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's such a weapon. Such a weapon. Especially in high school football when you just have no idea what special teams is going to be about, and then especially our special teams right now where we got a lot of guys who are really young guys out there on special teams, and you just never know what's going to happen.
And especially a situation like this where Episcopal has deep the best player on their team.
Yep.
Braden George.
Yep.
And you're denying him touches.
And so it's going to be George in the slot to the near side with Chauvin in the backfield. The Knights going into that spread look again. There's Olin lined up as that offset tight end to the top of your screen. Now he's going to come in motion. They're going to that little shovel to the outside. Chauvin's got room. It's a little surprising they went to that play with Chauvin and not to George.
Yeah, especially with the fresh legs coming out of half. That's pretty surprising to me. I could have sworn to you if you had George to the outside like that, and Olin kind of has that sniffer in motion, that was either going to be a play to Olin in the flat or you were going to get George involved somehow.
So they're going back to the double slot look here, kind of an option look. George in motion. They're going to fake it. They're going to try to put the ball up in the air. Mariano couldn't quite get it. I think he kind of jumped a little bit too early.
Yeah,
you got Mariano and Knox Poirier trying to call for the flag. I mean, there's nothing there. I mean, Mariano just kind of jumped a little too early. He could have had that. That was kind of one of those ducks that who threw up there.
Yeah, and he kind of left that. It was a duck, and it was kind of inside. Mariano, great position there, and like you said, just jumped a hair too early.
Yeah, after about an 11-yard pickup on the very first play of the second half, the Knights tried to take a shot to Dozat. Now they got George back in the backfield. Chauvin now is playing the sniffer position. They're going to hand it off to George on the outside. He's got a lot of room out there. And he is going to run for a long way, all the way down to the 35-yard line.
And one of those things, when George gets outside and gets a full head of speed, and he's running full speed, arm tackles are not going to take him down. He's relatively big kid, and he's quick.
Yeah, the Episcopal Knights just completely just worked Gavin Knapp's right there.
Yep.
Knapp's just got absolutely blown off the football. I can tell you right now, one Chuck Gridry is not too pleased about that.
I think that's a safe bet.
So the double slot again, George to the top of the screen. He's now coming in motion. They're going to hand it to Chauvin. He's going to fight. He's going to keep going. He has not gone down yet. He is still going, and he's going to go all the way down inside the 25-yard line to the 23-yard line, just carrying almost the entire Warrior team.
Yeah, just
that was quite impressive, Coach.
10 yards after contact there. I mean, first contact was probably 3 yards into the run, and then, pretty much the last 7-8 yards of that carry were just, I'm carrying literally all 22 people on the field were on that pile.
So George and Olin, here comes Olin in motion. They're going to toss it to Olin on the outside. He's trying to cut back. Almost lost his feet, but almost lost his footing right there. He brings it across the 20. He's going to take it down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 4 from the 17. So the Warriors are getting kind of smacked in the mouth here to open up the second half.
Absolutely, and
didn't really expect anything really different, to be honest with you.
The Knights are attacking the outside again.
Yeah, you knew the Knights were going to come out on some attack. Hugh is going to get taken down. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I almost feel like the Knights are just wasting a play when they just give it to somebody other than Chauvin or George. I mean, like, why? I mean, but hey, look.
Like you said in the first half, I think Hugh took it on a keeper, and you said that felt almost like just a built-in breather for George.
Yeah, you're right.
Without having to take him off the field.
I mean, that may be what it is, just kind of feed Chauvin and George, and then give it to one other person just to give them a kind of a little bit of a break. Here comes George to the near side. He puts his shoulder down. Nice tackle right there by Hayes Mariano. He's going to
be close.
I think he's going to stop him short. It's going to be a 4th and 1. Kind of an interesting decision right here for Coach Bourgeois. They have a very capable kicker, but I imagine they're going to go for this.
Yeah.
A little interesting, Coach. I do see Chase Cresson standing right there by the coaches. Looks like he's possibly gonna get back into this ball game after he was injured in the first half. No, they give him the first down. I didn't see him come out and measure it.
Yeah, Coach Leje is over there kind of like, what's going on here? Lack of communication from the refs.
It's first game for the refs, too.
Yeah.
So Episcopal's got a first down at the 14-yard line. I thought he was stopped a little bit short, but looks like he got enough for the first down. Wing T again. Inside handoff to Chauvin. That time stuffed by the Warriors. Bryce Richard was there. Luke Rougeau as well. Matthew Bell also in the neighborhood.
Give him a yard, 2nd and 9 at the 13.
2nd and 9.
And you would love to see the Warriors kind of keep them at the line of scrimmage here and force them into a 3rd and long.
Double slot. Olin forgot he was going in motion, and flag. It was a little illegal motion right there. So that'll push them back 5 yards and make it a 2nd and 14. Just a little confusion right there from the Knights. I don't know if that was Olin, if he just forgot he was supposed to go in motion, or it'll be backed up 2nd and 14 at the 18-yard line. Who is in the gun? Hands it off. George cuts around, naps. He's got a lot of room, and there's a flag down. It's like there's going to be a hold down the field. Coach, did you see the move Braden George put on Gavin Knaps?
Yeah.
George Gay
He
inside the
like
5.
Santino crossed over TJ Callahan earlier. Braden George just crossed over Gavin Knaps right there.
He's an athlete.
He is a very impressive player. I don't know who that young man is being recruited by, but somebody's going to take him
Holding
and get a really good football player.
that is 10 yards from the spot. Knights will replay
Kind of a lean, taller guy.
spot of the
He's got the frame to put some weight on. He's got
Yeah.
the speed. I mean,
You know who he sort of reminds me a little bit of, but maybe even a little bit more wiggle?
who?
Oh, CJ Akpaldi.
Absolutely.
Kind
That's a great
of
comp.
built just like Chuka.
Very cut, very lean, kind of tall.
2nd and 11, a little push outside to Chauvin. He tried to cut it back inside. He's going to get down to the 10-yard line. It's going to give him about 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 6. McCarty coming in to play defense for the Warriors.
Pickup of 5 brings a 3rd and 6
So is Brody Knaps.
at the 10.
Blaine Rodrigue also in there at defensive end. All right, it's a big one for the Warriors again. Braden George in the backfield to the right of who? They're going to hand it to George on the outside sweep. Nice play right there.
Warriors are waiting.
Great job. I believe that was Hayden Evans.
Inside and brought him down.
That is a really nice
Oh,
play right there
Hayden.
by Evans, and Evans is gonna
Third down.
need a little help coming off the field right there.
It might be a cramp.
He stuck his shoulder down and got George.
Nobody asked my permission to stream this game for y'all. I've got a paid streaming service. We have a contract with them. No one is able to stream this game but us. It's an LHSA rule.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we were just instructed by the athletic director of Episcopal that we have to shut down the stream for tonight, so we apologize to have to go off the air. Apparently there's some rule that we just kind of made up out there about having to shut the stream down, so we're gonna unfortunately have to sign off tonight, and join us next week as we travel over to Bruley High School
Next week in the Hall of Fame game, where
and join us here on the Warrior Broadcast Network
super athlete
on YouTube for our next broadcast next week at Bruley. So
round of applause
for myself, Coach Craig Saylor, voice of the Warriors, and Jeff Vaccaro, on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of St. Michael High School,
a field goal.
we wish you good night, God bless, and go Warriors.